The Valley of Fire State Park is one of my favorite spots to visit every time I'm in the Las Vegas area in the United States. This state park has some amazing views that match or exceed views in some of my favorite national parks. I would recommend spending anywhere from a half day to 3 full days here. This park is located in southeast Nevada, just an hour drive from the Las Vegas Strip. It's not a massive park, but it has a lot of fun little things to do, including hikes, a very nice visitor center, a scenic drive, and some spots for picnicking, and you can even look at petroglyphs. In this video, I'm going to give you my top 5 things to do in Valley of Fire State Park. While you're here, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any more of our fun travel adventures like this one. We are going to kick off this list with my absolute favorite thing to do in Valley of Fire State Park, and that is the hike to Fire Wave. Fire Wave is a beautiful rock formation. It's all sedimentary rock that deposited in these layers that create a pretty cool effect based on the way that it eroded out. And it's a great little hike. It's only 1.5 miles out and back. Once you get out to where the Fire Wave part is, the open rock area with those sedimentary layers where it looks like an actual wave, you can continue past that point and go down into Pink Canyon. And there are some really cool views from there. This is a little slot canyon filled with sand and sediment in the bottom. And it's anywhere between like 3 feet to 6 feet wide, I would say. So you can walk through there, and you could make it a loop if you want to do a loop trail here where you just walk through that little canyon, get to the main road, and then you can walk up the main road back to the trailhead if you want to make it a loop, or if you want to just explore that little slot canyon a bit and then go back the way you came. It'll just add a bit more to your hike. Unfortunately, this trail is closed in the summer months due to heat. I don't understand why this trail is closed and other trails are not. I'm assuming there just have been a couple too many issues with dehydration out on this hike because it's more popular, but unfortunately in the summer months you are not able to do that hike. You can do that hike in the springtime, and that is my favorite time to do that hike because the park is beautiful in the spring. Number 2 on my list is the walk to Elephant Rock. This is a rock that eroded away to form the shape of an elephant, depending on what angle you look at it from. And it's a short 0.3 mile walk. You can go out and back along the same path, or you can make it a loop, like a little triangle loop path. Either way, it is a pretty easy, short walk. There's a little bit of a slope there, but you have some views of the vistas around you and some cool rock formations created by erosion. If you are visiting Valley of Fire coming up from Las Vegas, then you're going to take I-15, get off at the exit for Crystal, and then take the Valley of Fire Highway heading east into the park. There is a beautiful scenic drive. As you're entering the park, keep an eye out for bighorn sheep because you might see those as well. You can continue on that Valley of Fire highway until you reach Mouse's Tank Road, where you'll make a left to continue that scenic drive. You're going to pass the visitor center, and this is my favorite part of the drive. You go past that visitor center, you kind of weave through some rock formations, and then it opens up to this amazing viewpoint. Looking out, and it's just this vista of all the different colorful rocks, and it's so fantastic. I definitely recommend that. And then on your way back, stop at the visitor center. They have a nice setup. It's very well maintained. You can learn more about the animal species and plant species that live in this park. And if you continue along that Valley of Fire highway, instead of going north on Mouse's Tank Road, if you continue heading east, you'll see more cool rock formations. There are a couple viewpoints, a few hiking trails, including Elephant Rock, Number 4 on my list is the Rainbow Vista Trail. This is an easy hike. It's just over 1 mile out and back from the parking lot. You are going to be hiking through some sand, so keep that in mind with your footwear. It is sand, and then you get onto a little bit more of a sturdy sedimentary rock, but there's still a little bit of loose sand as you're doing this whole hike. But you're definitely walking in desert sand with brush to start this trail. We love this trail because it's dog friendly and it's an easy trail. It's great to do in the morning. You can see the reptiles on the rocks. They're warming themselves as the sun is starting to warm up those rocks. And this is a relatively easy trail that just starts out more open in the sandy desert, and then you start to make your way into a bit of a canyon where you have rock formations on both sides of you, and then the trail comes to an overlook where you basically can't go much farther because there's just a drop off with a view looking out into a canyon. It is a really nice hike. We enjoy this one, and it has a nice variety of views as you're hiking around. Number 5 on this list is the Atlatl rock petroglyphs. If you're entering Valley of Fire State Park from the western entrance, that is the first thing you're going to see if you're coming in from Vegas. It'll be a left turn for a loop for the Atlatl rock area. And this is a relatively short walk with some steps up to petroglyphs, or ancient native rock art, where they scratched the rock and created art to tell stories. These petroglyphs are estimated to be over 4,000 years old, and it's really interesting to see this in person. First of all, because you don't really know what these things mean. Some of them look like animals. You kind of figure that one out, but then there are some that are just like, okay, I have no idea what they were doing with this one. It's really interesting that they were able to create this rock art so high up that you have to climb all of these steps to get up there to see it up close. They didn't have those steps there, so it's really amazing that they were able to get this up there. In addition to the petroglyphs, up the steps, at the bottom of the steps, there's a parking lot with restrooms and a picnic area. There's also a campground right near here if you need a place to stay. And while you're over here near Atlatl Rock, there is another viewpoint called Arch Rock, and it's a small natural arch created by erosion. So that's something neat to see if you're right in the area. Alright guys, that wraps up my video of my favorite 5 things to do in Valley of Fire State Park. As I mentioned, there are a handful of other things to see and do in this park. There are a number of viewpoints along the road that I didn't mention, and there are a few other hiking trails too. So if you want more information on visiting Valley of Fire State Park, I have a link for the park website in the description under this video. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Thanks for watching, have a great day, and happy travels!